Okay, so now let's look at this last example and kind of do the opposite. Write a sign, and I'm going to change this to or cosine function to model the graph below. Okay, so here's what I do. Take a deep breath, because I'm sure you're probably like, oh my God, this looks scary. So first things first is I would look at this graph and say, okay, if I started here at the x-axis, is the sine or the cosine function going to best model this? In my opinion, the easiest one to use, and you can use any of them, either of them, you're just going to have to do some horizontal shifts, would be the cosine function. Now you can see though, normally the cosine function looks like this, and this is the opposite, so that means I'm going to have to put that negative in front for that reflection. So in order to write this, I'm going to choose to do a cosine. So we've got y equals a cosine of b times x minus h if there's a shift, plus k. So we need to figure out all of these values. So the absolute value of a is that amplitude. We know that, so let's figure out the absolute value of a. So let's see. So the midline we've got between -1 and 3 is where our minimum and maximum is. So that means the midline happens right here halfway in between those, which is going to be at 1. So our amplitude is to get from here to the max is going up 2. From here at the midline to the min is going down 2. So our amplitude is going to be 2. The b value, so we know that 2 pi over b equals the period. All right, so let's see. What is the period? So how long does it take before this function starts repeating itself? So if we start from here and we end right here, that length is 6. So that means one full cycle takes 6 units. So our period is 6. So we get 2 pi over b equals 6. Multiply both sides by b. 2 pi equals 6b. Divide by 6. Pi over 3 equals b. Okay, h is that horizontal shift, and because I picked the cosine function instead of the sine, we don't have any horizontal shift. And then our k value is that midline, so that midline is at 1. So now we have our a value, the absolute value of our a value, we have our b value, our h value, and our k value. So we'll write this out as y equals, and we know it has to be a negative because we start at the minimum instead of at the maximum, the amplitude, which is 2, cosine of b x, because we don't have an h, so it's just going to be bx. So b, we said, was pi over 3, and then plus k. So our k is 1, so plus 1.